I'm standing next to the remains of the largest relic captured during the First World War by the Australian Imperial Force that was brought home. Originally built by the Krupp Armaments Company for the pre-dreadnought battleship the SMS Hessen, this 11.5-inch naval gun saw action during the Battle of Jutland, and when it was determined that the pre-dreadnoughts had no place in the current battlefield, Hessen's main guns, along with the remaining pre-dreadnoughts, were removed and married to railway stock to become railway guns. Two of these new railway guns were handed over to the Imperial German Army for use during the Spring Offensive. This gun specifically was used to shell the French villages of Albert and Amiens, for which it gained its name. On the 8th of August 1918, during the Battle of Amiens, Australian forces, and in particular the 31st Australian Infantry Battalion, occupied positions opposite the railway siding that was being used by the Amiens gun, and the decision was made to destroy it. 3 men of the 8th Field Company engineers under Lieutenant Burrows set it with explosives, but when it was determined that the locomotive attached to the gun was still functioning, it was decided that it would instead be captured as a trophy. After its capture, it was placed on display in Paris before being sent to England by the end of the war. In the 1920s, it was loaded onto the transport ship the SS Dongara for the transit back to Australia, where it was unloaded in Sydney, as it was the only state with the same gauge rail line, and after it was reassembled at the Everleigh Train Works in Redfern, it was placed on display in Central Station. It was then transferred to Canberra, where it sat in the Canberra train station until the outbreak of the Second World War, where the gun mounting was requisitioned by the War Office to use as test naval guns and was sent to South Australia. After the war, the controversial decision was made due to costs and logistics to scrap any part of the Amiens gun not in Canberra, which means that all that remains of the largest war trophy collected by the Australians in the First World War and returned to Australia is the 11.5-inch naval gun in the covered engineer shed, which now sits in the grounds of the Australian War Memorial.